founder, you are wearing multiple hats, pitching your idea to investors, managing your team, and scaling your business. It would definitely require a lot of attention. So how do you do all of these things from a one place? Where do you learn everything at a fast pace or in a in a very effective manner? Podcast may be the answer because of its obviously very convenient audible format that it provides. So podcast, there are many podcasts which offer great stories about entrepreneurs, about startup founders. They tell complete stories, the real life struggles, the real life founder stories, and offer helpful advice to founders who are listening to such podcasts and who are growing their business. They would definitely learn a trick or a two episode by episode by listening to such real life stories of founders, of people who've done some exceptionally good business. So today I'm going to list down 3 such podcast channels which you must subscribe to understand how these entrepreneurs or tech founders have grown their business and what it takes to be there. The first one is Tech Founders Talk. Tech Founders Talk is made by, this channel is basically made by a software company, a software startup, and it offers real time, it offers very real stories of tech founders who have made it big, who have made it huge. This podcast offers a lot of stories from entrepreneurs, from tech founders across the globe, behind the scenes stories of these founders, of how they've scaled their business, the struggles that they've gone through of reach the top, what all sacrifices have they made, and how they've built their tech, how they've received funding, etc. It includes stories from all the sectors, from real estate to health to edutech to agri, everything. So wonderful podcast channel, Tech Founders Talk. The second such podcast is The Pitch. The Pitch podcast channel basically reveals episode by episode stories of founders who've successfully raised funds for their particular startups. Now The Pitch gives a completely, in every episode it shares, the founders share their stories, their struggles regarding how they have been able to convince the investors, what has been their selling points, what are the problems that they were trying to solve, how they impressed the investors, how they sold their idea to the investors, venture funds or to angel investors. This is what the Pitch podcast is all about. So if you are a founder who's looking to raise funds currently, you all must get onto this channel, The Pitch, and trust me, you all will learn a lot about how to pitch to investors, how to sell your idea, what are the, how to get your plan made correctly, your business plan made correctly. That is what The Pitch is all about. So that's the second one. The third podcast channel which startup founders should subscribe to is Traction, How Startups Start. Basically, Traction is a podcast channel which has been started by a venture agency, and it basically depicts every startup's story of how they've been able to gain traction. It helps founders to analyze what are the areas that they need to improve on, how they're going to improve to get better results, in what all departments they need to improve. Basically, there are multiple guests from different domains like media houses, investors, venture capital funds, successful startups also. There are multiple guests who share their stories, who share their knowledge of how a particular company can solve a problem, could achieve product market fit, and then to scale up their business, to grow their business, to get traction. That is what this podcast is about, Traction. So if you've really liked this YouTube video of the 3 podcast channels which every startup founder must subscribe to and listen to grow their business, to help them receive funding, to help them receive traction, please do subscribe to our channel, Devansh Lakhani, and do like this video, do comment below also, click on the notification bell. We'll definitely make sure we come out with the best videos on entrepreneurship, on startups, on angel investing, and would also love to hear from you guys. What are the other podcast channels that you listen to that our audience can obviously take it into consideration also? Would love to hear your views. Please do mention below in the comment section. Thanks a lot.